Hello guys, welcome to another episode of Clues, Cues and Reviews. This is a third video for the day, probably the last. It is a late video and it covers Red Sprite 11 and 12. Few concerns, few questions. It's an enjoyable chapter and it leaves few things open. So without further ado, let's get into this review. So, let's start off with 11 because I didn't really do 11 last time because I felt there wasn't so much to talk about. So ultimately it was a case of, yeah, we're going, do you want to come? And he goes, no, I'm staying here because this is my family now, because this is where I've been, this is where I've grown up in the last few years, and, you know, I'm staying. Okay. And they pretty much went. So that's kind of how the chapter ended with the immediate battle. So I guess the idea was, in that chapter, to talk about the idea that he's got a bond with this kingdom, Nalbion Kingdom, and basically he has the kind of the duty, I guess, to do that. So, and he didn't want his other family, the kids, to get involved and get unnecessarily hurt. That was pretty much that chapter. This chapter was more of the same a little bit, but had a few more surprises. Now, one part of it I enjoyed. I will get to that and I'll talk about it as much as possible. But let's talk about a few different things. So, basically we have a flashback and we talk about the kingdom, and basically we find out that for the most part they basically consider him a son. The whole kingdom is his family now and he's there to protect. Alfred basically doesn't run. Much to be expected based on last chapter. Surprises a lot of people. Why he surprised people, I don't know, because if he's grown up there, you'd think that they'd understand him more, but hey, he surprised them. He stayed, he started to fight. Apparently like 80 people came, 80 crusaders apparently were there, and he was struggling with one. I think he should have learned last time that he is not suited to battle these guys, but it's pride, it's I need to do what I need to do for my family, it doesn't matter. We tried. He was struggling as hell. And then Batman came, the Cape Crusader. A guy in a cape came, and Alfred tried fighting him. He realized it was too fast, and he was like, oh shit, I'm going to die. And no, he's not going to die because it wasn't a new enemy, it was Tatsu. Not surprising. Cool entrance though. I gotta give the guy who creates this story, he does give Tatsu great entrances. So brilliant. And then, next thing we see, Thunder. Best part of the chapter because of who does the thunder. Mono Thunder. The reason why I like that so much because there's like little things that has happened over the chapters. You know, he was a battery. They found him because he had a higher discharge. He charges Tatsu up and people find him and he's been like a slave for so long. And he's basically been the human battery. And I even thought he was going to be that for these people. But he was given a weapon that they just took from Excalibur when they beat that guy from Mr. Bristol, and they took his lance that discharges electric. I thought that is brilliant. Keep the ship afloat, give him the lance, boom, Mono Thunder. Brilliant, enjoyed it. So basically, them going was like a diversion, and essentially what happened was they wanted to get all the Crusaders together and kick their ass. They do it again, kick their ass. Pretty much Mono Thunder is like a one-shot knockout kill. What they didn't realize is the Crusaders didn't completely get knocked out and they summoned somebody. Ashes will arrive. ASHES BLACKBURN is here. The guy that basically he was scared of Tatsu, he got the chills from, has arrived, half burnt out, looking like Ghost Rider and ready to attack. Now I'm gonna break into a segment out just to talk about ASHES BLACKBURN so you get an idea of what I think about him. So, ASHES BLACKBURN. Interesting power he seems to have, some type of a burning or molten type of power. It leads me to believe there could be a few possibilities. Number one, he could have another type of core, not a thunder core, maybe a fire core. If that is the case, that could open up the possibilities for potential so many other powers, so many different things. Or he could be the discharge in a sense of the byproduct of the discharge. So whenever someone gets electrocuted, part of the process of electrocution is basically being barbecued in the sense of it generates heat as a byproduct of electrocution or electricity in general. So I think his power, if it is a thunder core, will be based around that heat that's generated. So an internal kind of combustion that creates a type of heat that's so powerful that it basically incinerates people, as he's done before in previous chapters. Now, What do I expect to happen over the next couple of chapters? They're going to try to fight him. They're going to find out about his powers. There's probably going to be a flashback that concerns how he got his powers or what his plans were. And they're probably going to find a way to beat him or get away. Getting away seems a bit weird because they kind of backed into a corner and he's like the big bad. They even called the chapter the final fight. But is that a final fight for this chapter of the story, or are they rushing the story? Here's the concern. Apparently the viewage or the voting, or it's not been doing so well in the rankings. Things to understand about the rankings, don't take that for what it is, because a lot of the times the rankings can be manipulated by the editor to kind of push forward things that they want a lot more emphasis on. Now, people that read Viz Media that can see this translation, I openly urge you to vote for things that you want to see more of, especially with stuff like this. Now, I do that with Black Clover because I'm a big fan and I really enjoy the fast-paced, crazy 0 to 100 action with that. And this is going to be one of those kind of series that really needs to be given time to develop a world build and really see what happens next. It seems rushed if they're seeing a Blackburn straight away, being that he was kind of developed as this big bad. However, this also might be just the end of this segment or this arc. We might see a section where we see other big bads that are a lot more powerful than he is. Kind of like the East Blue situation with One Piece, where, you know, we had Arlong and we had Don Krieg and we had Boogie, and every time you beat somebody had a high rank. It could be something like that, and it could be just the tip of the iceberg with the Edeni. Maybe these are one kind of division and there's many more divisions out there. It's all quite possible, but there is that concern they are rushing to finish the fight. Here's a few things, if they do rush to finish the fight, that we need to consider. 6 or 7 children that it's meant to be. Is it 7 with Tatsu, or is it 6 with Tatsu? Let's just say for argument's sake it's 6. There's only 3 of them that are here at the fight. Now what this could mean is there's 3 others that we have yet to see, or 4 depending on how they've counted it, because I need to go back and read. So those haven't been involved at all, so it'd be weird for them to finish the story here unless there's pressure from the editor. But then again, you took the risk to show this series in the first place, and if you have, let's see where it goes. Anyway, that's pretty much what we've got for this chapter review. A few thoughts, a few power up, a few considerations, what I think is going to come next. Let me know in the comment section below and on Reddit what you think. As always, please like, comment, subscribe and share, and I'll see you next time. Peace.